Everybody, hello from Shenandoah National Park. It's mile 925 or so for me. I think it's around day 85 of my hike. And just so you don't make any mistake, I've not been hiking every single day. Okay, it's I've taken about 22 complete days off. That of course doesn't even include some of my very short days. I've actually had a day of I only hiked like 2 miles. About a week or so ago, I got to a shelter camp spot, and so it was a little town, so chill for the day. But I've done some really big days too. I did a couple 28-mile days back to back. Of course, that totally killed me, and I had to really crash the next day. But I even took a day off, went to the movie, saw Wonder Woman. Just to get your mind off things for a little while out here. It's like looking at the rocks and the dirt all day long. It can really wear on you. But that's usually a lot of the day. But the views and the nature and everything really, you'll forget about all those boring times. It's like the moments where things turn on a dime. Like this morning, just walking along and rounded a corner. There's a bear looking at me. He's on the trail. He's just looking at me. I'm like, uh-oh, what do I do? And so I clicked my poles, and he didn't do anything. He just stood there. And I said, okay. So then I clicked my poles more rapidly, and he still stood there. And then I started yapping about something, and then he started moving on. He ran off. I was happy about that. But that really woke me up. Nothing like seeing a bear in the morning to get your motor running. It's not like coffee. But anyway, and you think sometimes you hear them at night, walking around, but it could just be deer. So, I'm just trying to keep it in perspective and not let it get on my mind too much. Anyway, it's mile 925, so of course I'm getting close to that 1,000 mile mark. There's a thing coming up. It's called the roller coaster. It's like a 10-mile stretch of just up and down, and I've been hearing about it for years before my hike, and it's going to be a killer. And the heat out here, that's the new factor that's changed. That this terrain actually is pretty darn smooth, but the heat and the humidity, which really just started a few days ago, at least for me. Here's another stream I'm crossing. The heat and humidity really can suck all the life out of you. But I tried to put some more life in me this morning. I stopped at a wayside here at Shenandoah National Park, and I wolfed down a foot-long turkey sub, and then another sandwich, and a naked juice, and a cup of coffee, all in about 5 minutes. And there's a place about 7 or 8 miles up. It's a restaurant. I'm gonna hit that too, and probably eat about the same amount. If you're ever wondering how much money it costs to do all this, it's probably, I don't know, I would say on the short side of it, it's probably like $1,000 a month. Okay, so you got to figure some of these hikes, they can last between 5 and 7 months. I don't know how long mine's going to last, but I think I'm going to actually hit my my start date was on March 22nd, so June 22nd is coming up, and I think I'm going to hit the halfway mark before June 22nd, and so I'm very excited about that. That tells me I'm doing good, and also so many of the people I started with on the same day, we're meeting each other all the time. So I know I feel very good, and there's age ranges all across the board, and so that just tells me though I'm doing something right, and so are they, of course, because we're all here together, and most of us still have smiles on our faces. Some of the hikers I see that aren't smiling, I'm just wondering what's going on with them, because if you're not having a good time out here, you're going to be miserable. I think I still, I don't know how my weight has done. I feel like my legs are really muscular now. I look like a freak. But I think a lot of people are like that right here at this point. But nutrition is so important. And I'm just going to try and, keep my nutrients up as much as possible, because it requires so much. I don't know how many calories I burn a day, but I know I can't put back as much as I take out of me every day. But it's great talking to other hikers, though. It's a real encouragement. Sometimes, I am hiking alone, but I'm never far from somebody. Far from somebody who's there to just share moments with, or just hanging out at the end of the day. It's a really great thing. I hiked with a couple guys the other day, and they were really moving. And some guys were a little bit younger than me, but I kept up for a while. But I think I'm gonna do about a 22-mile day today, and because I know pretty much where I'm gonna be going. That's my plan. And so that's it for now. I guess 1,000 miles awaits, and Harper's Ferry is right after, and that's the halfway point. So that's it for now. I'll see y'all later. Bye.